Good morning, students. I hope you all are safe and well at your home and following all the safety precautions that are being continuously said by the government. Okay, so today, as you can see, that we are going to start our next chapter, which is work and energy. Okay, this is the chapter 4 of your physics. Okay, so today we will see what is work and what is energy. About the work and energy you have already read in past classes, in last classes. Okay, but here in this chapter we will read about them in detail. Okay, so whenever a force makes a body move, then work is said to be done. For doing work, energy is required. Okay, so whenever a force makes a body move, a force makes a body move, then it is said to be that work is done. Okay, and for doing work, this is important, energy. Okay, so when work is done, an equal amount of energy is used up. Okay, so these two are correlated to each other. For work, it is very important that motion is there. If we are applying force to somebody and it moves, okay, then we will see that work is done. Okay, as you can see that the horse is applying a pulling force on the cart and it is able to move that cart. So when the horse is pulling the cart with it, then we can say that the horse is doing work. But if the horse is applying force but still the cart is not moving, then we will see that horse is not doing the work, because for work motion is very important. Okay, so the work done by a force on a body depends upon two factors: magnitude of force and the distance through which the body moves. As I said that it is very important for the body to move. Okay, so the amount of force, whatever magnitude of force you will apply on the body, the kind of reaction will happen. Which means if you will apply a small amount of body, the body will move to a small distance. But if you will apply a large amount of force on a body, then the body will move for a larger distance. Okay, so these two things are very important. Okay, on which work depends. If force is less but the distance covered is high, then also we will say that the work has done and huge amount of work has been done. So from these 2 points we get the formula of work, which is work equal to force into distance, which is also denoted by W is equal to F into S. Okay, so when a body is moved on the ground by applying force, then work is done against the friction. Okay, if the body is kept on the ground and if you are sliding it, then you are doing the work against the friction, right? So the definition of work is work done in a moving body is equal to the product of force and displacement of the body in the direction of force. So as we say that in the direction of force, which means ki work is a scalar quantity, sorry, vector quantity. Okay, so here you can say that body was kept on the initial position. When we applied force in this direction, the motion happened in this direction and the body reached to the point B. Here work was done. Okay, and work was done against the friction. So the unit of work is Newton meter. And how do we get that unit? So work, see, Newton meter, either you can say Newton meter or joule, both are same. Okay, so Newton meter and joule are same, both are being used as the unit for the work. So how do we get the Newton meter? That 1 joule work is equal to force into displacement. So the unit of force is Newton and displacement is meter. So that's why Newton meter. And joule, we say that the unit of SI unit of work is joule, which is denoted by the letter J. Okay, so now work is a scalar quantity as it has direction. Okay. Now the condition for the force to do work is that it should produce motion to the object. If motion is being produced, then work is done. If motion is not being produced, then work is not done. Here you can see in this picture a boy is pushing the wall. He is not able to move that wall. As he is not able to move that wall, so whatever force he applies, it doesn't matter, he is not doing any work. Okay, simply we will say that he is not doing any work. Okay, so that's why motion is very important. When we lift a body, we are doing work against the gravitation. When we slide a body, we do work against the friction, and when we lift a body, we do work against the gravitation. So work done in lifting body is equal to weight of the body and vertical distance. Okay, so W is equal to mgh. M is the mass and g is the gravitational constant, which is 9.8. Okay, and h is the vertical height. So if we are calculating a work done in lifting a body, then we'll have to apply this formula. W is equal to mgh. Okay, so for today I'll finish my lecture here only. Okay, you must have given some numericals in your book up to here, so I'll recommend you to do all those numericals, because as you are in class 9, so numericals are very important for you to do. So that's why do your numerical work. Okay, try to solve all the problems. Formulas I have given in my lecture, those formulas will be used. Okay, I'll not ask you to do all the numericals of the chapter, just do up to where I have finished. Okay, then we will see the next the things in the next lecture. Okay, slowly we will finish this chapter. In next lecture my video will be about the work done by a force acting obliquely, or the formula of work done. Okay, energy, many things are there. Okay, so till then keep studying.